just the sex.
I mean, it makes sense. What if, like, I know that sometimes women can't go as much as a guy would like. So what do you recommend, like, for her to still be romantic to a guy,
Right.
but if she can't actually, like, follow through with...
Yeah, it's because I think the thing is, it is not the sex. She can still show the desire that she has for him.
Okay, well, can you, like, give some other examples besides the, like, ones that you gave? Because those lead obviously more towards sex, but some other ways that men feel desired by a woman that maybe aren't, like, right before you're about to have sex?
Well, they don't have to necessarily even lead towards sex. It's just the knowing that she desires you or that she wants you, that... And I think also the more that a man feels that, the less that he requires or tries to get the frequency of sex.
Yeah,
right?
I hear what you're saying, but can you, like, give some examples of things that would make a man feel desired besides the ones that you already gave? Because we've had this conversation multiple times, and you even just said it, that women don't, like, learn to seduce. They don't understand, even if they've been with a man sometimes, what makes a man feel desired. Like, men get it, and then they get pissed that a woman doesn't get it. So that's what I'm trying to, like, get you to give women some examples. And they don't have to be specific, but something that, like,
I'll give you the
guidelines because they don't, that they can apply to whatever man, because she's going to know what little things that he wants. Like you said, like, it's the thoughtfulness. But there might be things that women don't even know that make a man feel desired. There's some obvious ones, like the ones you said, like make it an experience, you know, before you guys have sex and pursue him and seduce him.
Right.
But, like, what are the other things that make him feel desired, as far as, like, I guess some, like, key attributes that she can use? Because there's not a lot of knowledge around this. Like, women know that they can, like, use sex to get a man to do basically anything they want. But it's different to, like, make the man that you're with feel desired, like, before the sexual part, or, like, add the sexual into something that's maybe not blatantly sexual. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I would say that, well, okay, so it's a mindset. So the very first thing of the mindset is to not take it for granted, which, again, we could say the same thing for men. But what I mean by that is, don't just assume that sex will happen. If you had to get sex from this man because he wasn't given to you, and some women are in that situation, actually. So
that's true.
You know, that it does seem like it falls that way.
And some do try to seduce and it still doesn't work.
Right. But that's the mentality to have, is, if I was trying to get this guy interested in me sexually and to come after me, what would I do? Or that's the mindset. The second part of the mindset, okay, is to have the mind. I'm not saying to necessarily do this or act all of this out all the time, but have the mindset that you're coming across as a sex-crazed nymphomaniac that has to have, because, again, if you think about it,
but what if you're not in the mood? And, like, mood is a big thing for women. I mean, not like that you couldn't get there, but in that moment, or, like, I don't know. Because, you know, like I've talked about in some of the other things, it's a light switch for men.
Oh, yeah.
So he's instantly in the mood.
Right. So some things to think about in regards to that. Right. Do you think that a guy is always in the mood to go to the store, the store and buy some roses, or to plan a trip, or to do romantic gestures? He's not always in the mood, but he can get himself into that mood, right? And so it's the same thing as a woman. Yes, the engine takes a little longer to rev up, but she can also rev up her own engine ahead of time so that she can now bring that to the guy. I'm not saying that has to be the case all the time. I'm not saying that a guy doesn't have any responsibility in revving up that engine, but I'm just saying that it's not like a light switch, and you don't have to fake it either. You can get yourself into the mood. And again, like you said earlier in the podcast about the respect thing, that's a huge thing, because if you respect the guy, then you can start fantasizing and thinking about this strong, powerful man that you have, and what it would be like to please him, right? That's going to help you in that direction. But the whole idea is that you have this mindset of it's not taken for granted that a sex crazed nymphomaniac like that kind of, and again, the reason why I'm using these examples too in this mind, and again, I'm not saying that you have to just do that all the time, that you're having sex all the time, or that's I'm just saying that you're presenting that, right? Just like you have a persona as a woman that you want a man to present. That's a romantic archetype of that. You don't want him to be like, hey, beautiful, I got you some roses.
Okay, I have another
because
question.
I was supposed to.